Today on Zoom.
Wow, that is so cool. I can feel the cloud vibrating. I can hear it like so loudly.
Today we're making layered popsicles.
Okay.
Sound will go through the string like this. Then it'll go to your cup and you'll hear it.
Cool. Just like you brush your hair, you brush a horse's hair. Just a lot more of it. I'm watching TV and they turn the station just to annoy me.
And now Ray, roll Mr. Caroline.
Funding for Zoom is provided by
The National Science Foundation. America's investment in the future. And
The Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
and by
contributions to your PBS station.
from viewers like you.
Thanks!
Woohoo! Come on, guys. I'm Ray.
I'm Caroline.
Hey, I'm Claudio.
I'm Alisa. I'm Jessie.
I'm kidding. I'm Zoe. We're all plugged into one world now.
So let's talk.
We want to hear from you. Come on, give it a try. And if you like what you see, turn off your TV and do it. Zoom. Come on and zoom. Come on and zoom. Come on and zoom, ZOOMa, zoom. Come on and 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 ZOOMa, zoom.
Here's a zinger sent in by Annie S. of Amherst, New Hampshire. All right, I'm going to read these directions. You have to draw what I tell you, and it should come out to look like something, but I'm not going to tell you what. All right, first, draw a circle.
Oh, that's more.
Then, draw a stick figure with no arms inside the circle.
I think I know what this is.
All right, draw an upside-down U on top of the circle. Put two circles inside the U. Put two dots inside these circles.
Oh. Just draw a circle around it. Let me just make it a little bit. I know what it is.
Don't say it yet. Okay. On the outside edge, where the circles and the oval meet, draw two pickle shapes on each side.
Mine was really bad.
What do you think it is?
A dog. What? It's a puppy dog. See? This is his nose, and his mouth,
You did a good job.
and his ears, and his eyes,
Oh, yeah.
his little face.
You
That's
did
cool.
good.
Thanks.
That's awesome. Thank you.
I have a story to go with that.
You do?
Yeah, watch. Okay. Once there's this boy, and he had no arms. And he was getting chased by lots of bees. So he jumped into a pond, and he died. And so he has the two gravestones, and here's the writing on the gravestones. And then a bunch of people came to the funeral, and they cried big puddles of tears.
That's
Cool.
awesome. Sad
That's
that
what
he died.
That's why I kind of knew what it was, because I had that story. But it comes out cool.
Good, good, good.
That's
Doesn't
awesome.
have freckles.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
When you feel unhappy, what makes you feel better?
When I'm unhappy, I like to be by myself.
I go up to my room and turn on my radio as loud as possible so I can't hear myself think.
When I feel bad, I talk to my friends.
I take a walk.
I go to my room and wait there until I get happier.
I read a book. When I'm unhappy, I usually pout or feel really sad, and sometimes I cry, and sometimes I just go to my room.
When I'm unhappy, I go to bed.
When I'm unhappy, I sit in one spot until I'm calm.
When I'm unhappy, I either cry or I talk to my parents about it, and it makes me feel better.
Welcome to Cafe Zoom. Today we're making layered popsicles sent in by Will W. of Pella, Iowa, and Caitlin B. of Dunglorn, Virginia. You need 3 different kinds of juice, tin foil, and popsicle sticks to make them. Okay. Pour your first layer of juice about 1/3 of the way up from the muffin tins. There we go. Okay. My first layer is cranberry juice. I like cranberry juice. Whoops. Okay. Now I'm going to take the tin foil and I'm going to tightly cover it over the top of the muffin tin. Tightly. And you might want to press on it so you can see the outline of the circle muffin tin. Now, carefully using a knife, I'm going to make tiny slits, no bigger than the width of the popsicle stick. And if you're not allowed to use a knife, ask an adult for help. Now the popsicle stick. Be very careful because of that. Perfect. Wait. Yeah. That. Put them in the freezer for 2 hours or until they're completely frozen. Here are the ones that are already frozen. You carefully remove the tin foil. Okay. This is what it looks like. Now, I'm going to add the second layer. This time I'm using orange. Orange juice is my favorite. Remember, you have room for 1 more layer. Now, you don't need to put the tin foil back on because the popsicle sticks should be set. Then you put them in the freezer for another 2 hours. Now, here's what it looks like with 2 layers. Now I'm going to add my third and my last layer. I'm going to use grape. Here we go. Don't fill it up too much because then they'll go all over the place. There. Grape kind of looks like cranberry next to the orange. Then you put them in the freezer for 2 hours again. And now this is what it looks like with 3 layers. To get them out, you might want to put them in a pan filled with warm water. After 20 or 30 seconds, they should be loose enough to remove. Go. Okay. I'm gonna spin this one a little so it's not stuck. Okay. You can use any flavor you want. You can make an all citrus pop using lemonade, orange juice, or grapefruit juice, or you can make a berry blast using cherry, strawberry, and raspberry juice. Be creative. Bon appetit!
years old.
Thank you.
I've loved horses all my life. I can't explain it. I just love them. I spend all my free time down here at the stables. I like taking care of horses just as much as I like riding.
I'm brushing her. It's just to get all the dust and all the extra hair off. Hi. And to get her clean, just like you brush your hair, you brush your horse's hair. Just a lot more of it.
Some people think you have to be rich to ride horses, but I'm not rich. I help out at the stables and I always get a chance to ride. When I was 11, I broke my shoulder jumping. The horse bucked and threw me off. But after my shoulder healed, I wasn't afraid to get back on the horse because I learned what I did wrong. I didn't lean back when the horse bucked.
When a horse is bucking, they're tilting you this way. This is their body. They're going that way. They're trying to buck you off forward. So what you want to do is you want to lean back. You're going to take their head, you're going to pull back on them and lean back. Bring their head up and bring their butt down. If a horse rears, you're going to lean up like you're going to a jump. Give them as much rein to push them down.
This is Beauty. Beauty's the first horse I've ever gotten a chance to train. I'm especially proud that I taught her to jump. Loving a horse when you're teaching is the best way because they need to feel relaxed around you and they need to trust you for you to teach them or else it doesn't work. When I'm feeling sad, horses make me feel good. I talk to them and they seem to listen. It's also good to give them hugs and kisses. It comforts you and it comforts them.
Hey, Lisa. Yeah? Why was the boy surprised to find cucumbers growing out of his ears?
I don't know.
Because he planted carrots. Oh.
Hey, Kenny, can you hear this?
Yeah, you're painting on the table with the wooden spoon.
Now put your ear up to the table and listen to it. How does it sound now?
It's a lot louder.
Well, Abigail A. of Fort Worth, Texas, sent us this Zoom Phenom. She says when you put your ear up against the table, you can hear the sound vibrating through it. But when you take your ear away, the sound has to travel through the air, which makes the sound seem not as loud.
Okay, now I have Phenom for you. Can you hear this clock ticking?
Barely.
Try with the yardstick up to your ear.
Wow, that is so cool. I can feel the clock vibrating. I can hear it like so loudly.
It's kind of like when I had my head up to the table listening to the tapping of the spoon. It's a lot louder. So sound must travel better through solids, right?
Yeah. Instant replay, so you can hear what I hear.
Do you want to try it with other things?
Hold on, this is really cool. Okay.
It's hypnotizing. Baseball bat.
Golf club.
I'm gonna put it down like this.
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, push.
Wow.
A lot louder.
Yeah, my ear's cold.
I can hear it. It's going.
I know. Awesome. Wow, these things worked really well. See if you can find something at your house to test this out.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah, Kenny?
What kind of ears do trains have?
I don't know.
Engine ears.
Zoom.
Chat.
Zoom.
Chat.
Zoom.
Chat. Dear Zoom, I have a new baby brother. His name is Peter. Do you have brothers and sisters? How do you get along with them? Karina asks, Lexington, Massachusetts. Does anybody here have a little brother?
I have a younger sister, and sometimes we get along really good, and we'll like play together and play games that she likes to play, so she make her happy. And there's some times where we can really aggravate at each other.
I have an older brother, like he's 6 years older than me, and he's old. And when we were little, we used to always fight, and he'd hold my head like this. So I'd try to punch him, and I couldn't because he was too far away, and we would fight every day about everything, and it was just no stopping us. And I was like, I hate this. When will this stop? And my mom said that it was the same thing with her younger brother. And then after a while, they just matured and they, like, you know, became good friends. And I was like, that's never going to happen. And then it actually did. Now we're like, he's just someone good to talk to about my day. I can be like, hey, guess what happened today, Phil? And he'll be like, what? And I'll tell him.
I have an older brother. We're 3 years apart. And we used to, like, really fight all the time. I don't know, but then we just, like, matured. He got, like, a girlfriend, and then we just didn't, like, you know, like...
I have a brother and a sister, and me and my brother get along pretty well. We're 4 years difference, but I don't know why, we just get along, and my sister and me are 2 years different, and we still play. It's, like, the same amount, kind of.
Mm-hmm. She's older, right?
So, yeah.
Well, for me, I have a brother who's 6 years older than me, and he's like the only brother I get along with.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
How many brothers do you have?
I have an extreme amount. I have 7 brothers.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. And I have 1 sister.
That's so cool.
It's kind of, well, actually, I get along with all of them sometimes, but the only one I constantly get along with is Jeremy, and he's 6 years older than me. It's like every time my little brother, they want to do something that I don't want to do because he's 3 years younger than me, and he'll want to do something like, Jessica, do you want to go rolling down a hill? And I'll say, well, not really, and because it doesn't sound so fun. But then, you know, then I might go do it with him, and it turns out to be fun.
You
But
get to be a kid again.
yeah, but I don't usually get along with him, and you really never get along with my sister.
What do you guys do when, like, you get into an argument with your brothers and sisters?
We yell very loudly. Whoever yells loudest wins. Well, actually, that's kind of how it works. It's like if you can prove that you're, like, being the tougher one in the situation, for some reason, that's how almost all the arguments end up.
Yeah.
Because it's usually the older one, obviously. And so I think there's an advantage to being older because then all the younger ones are like,
at home.
If it gets too hectic, I just say, whatever. Okay, you win. You can have it.
yeah.
Because I don't want to like stress myself. Like
Yeah, you don't want to fight anymore, and you really think that you're right, but you're like, okay, so you won, okay?
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Once I wasn't tired, and then I had an argument. I had like a long argument, and I'm like, so tired. I was like, from screaming so much.
But what I really can't stand is when my brothers, well, actually it's only my brothers, but they like, I'm watching TV, and they turn the station just to annoy me.
I hate that. I hate that.
And they don't do it because they want to watch something. They do it because they know it's going to annoy you. And so then you calmly say, Brandon, can you please turn that back? I was watching that. But I'm watching this.
Sometimes it happens with my sister. When we get into an argument, I feel like I want to be, like, right all the time, but I know I shouldn't. So I'm arguing with her for a long time, and then I just, like, walk away because I don't want to get into anything bigger.
I don't feel there's a point to arguing with younger siblings.
Like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's why. And then when my older brothers walk away, I'm always like, why are you walking away?
But after everything, like, even though we fight a lot, I still like my brother. He's cool.
Yeah,
I still like my sister.
And that's how you get along. You be friends. You love them.
Betsy C. of Bronx, New York, sent us instructions of how to make a string telephone with 2 plastic cups, some string, and paper clips. First, you poke a hole in the bottom of each cup. Okay. Good. So it should look like this.
Then take a piece of string and measure about 3 arm spans in length.
Okay, 1, 2. I've got pretty long arms, though. 2. Not there yet.
3. Okay. Here we go.
Ooh, I'll just make
make this one bigger.
Okay. Then you poke the string through the bottom of the cup.
Go through. Here, this is a good one.
Okay. Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Now you tie the paper clip to the string.
Yeah, because if you do just a knot, then it'll
Fall
fall
out.
apart. It won't work.
Knots are hard when you have little thready kind of string.
I know. Then you do the same thing with the other cup and the other end of the string.
How do you think it's gonna work?
Well, I think that when you talk into the cup, the bottom will go like
Push it.
push up, push it, and then that will push the string. And well, not from the breath, not from our breath, from the sound, like the vibration, because sound is caused by vibration, like, like,
I can't do that either.
like when you hum or something.
Yeah.
So the sound will go through the string like this, then it'll go to your cup, and you'll hear it.
Cool. Let's try it.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Woo. Okay.
Wait, it's
Is
gotta be
the
tight.
string- Okay.
I am good. How are you? Good. Thank you.
Wow, that really worked. Woo.
I know.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
Okay, let's try something else. Same cups, but different string, like fishing wire.
Oh, cool. That might work really good. This string is all different pieces of thread, so maybe it takes longer or it doesn't do as good when the sound travels through. And since the fishing line is just one piece, it might work really good. And we thought the last note was hard.
I know.
Okay. Should I make it tighter? Yeah. Let's try it.
Right. Now we have to get really tight, because this is kind of...
It's sport.
Oh, all right, there we go.
How are you today? I'm good. Again? We had this conversation, didn't we?
Yes. It's okay if we say it again. That worked.
I know, that was awesome. I could hear some, like, clanging thing against the paper clip against the cup, though. It was sort of like...
Yeah, it kind of sounded softer, though, didn't it?
I think so. I think the string worked better.
Yeah. Why, though? Why do you think that?
Well, maybe because this is sort of thick, really thick.
Hmm.
And it might be kind of hard for the noise to go through like this.
Cool. I'm so happy it at least worked.
I know. Now it's time for you to experiment. Think of a question that you want answered. Like, what is the farthest distance you can get your telephone to work using string? Would the sound go farther if you used an empty soup can instead of plastic cups? What about two different sized cups? Make a prediction, then test out your question and send the results to Zoom. Box 350, Boston, Mass. 02134. Be sure to tell us what you thought was going to happen and what actually did happen. Also, check out the Zoom side feedback section on our website. Every week we'll post new results of Zoomers' string telephone experiments.
Pam M. of Moline, Illinois, nominated the Caretakers Club for today's ZOOMa Cum Laude. Members of the club volunteer their time by teaching computer skills to senior citizens. They teach them how to use a computer to write letters, make cards, and even surf the web. Good work, caretakers. You'll be receiving your ZOOMa Cum Laude certificate in the mail.
Hey, Claudio,
Yeah, Jess?
why can't you ever tell a secret in a garden?
I don't know.
Because the corn has ears, the potatoes have eyes.
We need some new plays here at Zoom and want to put you on the case. So here's your assignment. Think of a fun play, write it down, and send it to Zoom. Box 350, Boston, Mass. 02134. Or send it to our website at www.pbs.org.
This hula hoop hula-hoop relay was emailed to us by Amanda S. of Springfield, Nebraska. Ready, guys?
Yep.
Got it. Go, Zoe. On your mark.
Come on, Ray.
That's it. Go. Go, Zoe. Go, Zoe. Wow, Ray takes a big lead, and Zoe dropped hers. And now Ray rolls hers to Caroline. And Zoe throws hers at Alisa. And Caroline lets it roll.
Wrong chair.
Lets it roll.
Alisa, you can't
Goes
roll.
around this. They're tied. They're tied right now. And now Alisa's taking a little bit of a lead. Hands off to Jessica and Claudio. Claudio's got a big lead. But Jessica's caught her on the stool. And Claudio is in the lead. And Jessica. Oh, that was a tie. That was a tie.
It was a tie?
Yeah, they both crossed at the exact same time.
Nice job.
Check it out. Check it out. We can't do it on our own. We need you to make it known.
That everything you see right here can only be on Zoom because of every one of you.
Who?
You.
Feed us.
A recipe.
Teach us.
Biology.
Tell us a joke.
Show us a trick, a riddle, or some poetry.
So if you want to see it coming out of your TV,
Type it up, write it down, and ship it off to Zoom.
How?
Email, send it to Zoom.
Or Zinger.
Cause you call the tune. If you got a video, give it up. We'll put it on the show. A super Zinger ZOOM Zoom. It's you will be seeing up on the screen. Write your name and your address and do what?
Take a wild guess.
Email. Send it up to Zoom.
Or Zinger. You call the tune. Email.
Send it to Zoom. To whom? www.pbs.org.
Zinger. You know the whom. To Zoom. ZOOM Box 350. Boston, Mass. 02134. Send it to Zoom.
All submissions become the property of Zoom
And will be eligible for inclusion in all Zoom media. This means that we can share your ideas
With other Zoomers on TV.
The web and print materials.
And in other Zoom ways.
So, send it to Zoom. Waiter, waiter,
Yes, madam.
where can I find the recipes for all the delicious foods served here at Cafe Zoom?
Well, you can find them in the Cafe Zoom section of the Zoom website at www.pbs.org.
But what if I don't have a computer?
Well, you can probably use one at your school or local library.
Okay. Hey, there's a fly in my soup.
Funding for Zoom
is provided by
The National Science Foundation.
America's investment in the future.
And
The Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
and by
contributions to your PBS station.
from viewers like you.
Thanks! A production of WGBH Boston.